Hello, I'm Dan Alexander. Thanks for joining me for another of my webcast episodes. I hope you're using one of these masks. Crazy world out there today. Stay healthy. Tonight, I'd like to talk to you for a few minutes about studio monitor speakers. I only have about 10 minutes because my pizza's in the oven. Okay, so um, what different people want from speakers varies depending on what their situation is. Uh, what a studio owner might want from a large set of speakers is to knock the socks off of everybody who comes in and puts their CD or their tape or whatever up and listens to it, and wow, it sounds fantastic. Incredible low end, beautiful silky highs, crystal clear mids, yada yada. That has nothing really to do with what a home high fidelity audio enthusiast might want, which is something that's warm and cuddly and beautiful and big and sensational sounding. And that's great in that situation. But what does a recording engineer need from a monitor speaker? Well, the basic bottom line is what a recording engineer really needs is an accurate reproduction of the actual frequency content of what he is recording. When that is what a studio monitor, whether it be large or medium or small, gives the engineer, the decisions that the engineer makes, equalization, amounts of reverb, panning, the decisions he makes are made accurately in a situation where the studio monitors don't reflect the frequency content accurately. All of the equalization decisions that the engineer makes will be based on the inaccuracies of the monitor speaker. And therefore, they will be basically random, incorrect. And in fact, in a situation where the monitor speakers are used not only for recording, but also for mixing, those equalization decisions will be incorrect twice. And therefore, when you take that recording into the greater world and you listen to it, all of a sudden, that pump and bass that you heard when you were mixing, it's non-existent. Or the bass that was perfectly balanced with everything else is now huge and roaring and gigantic. There's all kinds of results with all kinds of instruments from inaccurate monitor speakers that play havoc with a recording engineer's actual intent. Now, there's also, let me also comment about the incredibly horrible sounding, terrible speakers that people have used over the years and still continue to use as quote unquote monitor speakers. And they basically suck. And I'm sorry. I do not subscribe to the, oh man, I've used these for so many years. I'm used to them. I know what things are supposed to sound like and blah, blah, blah. It's a bunch of poppycock. You're basically making decisions based on intuition, and that is nonsense. A recording engineer needs a realistic playback of the actual frequency response that's being recorded, that's being mixed, that's being equalized. It's this isn't rocket science. This is apparent. So now myself, with no horse in this race, I have to say that after 25 years in the studio business and umpteen hours in the control room, the only speakers I ever used that were accurate were Genelecs. Now, there may be other speakers that I'm not aware of, but I can tell you this, that in comparison to the dozens of other speaker systems that I used, only Genelecs gave me accurate information. I will also say that I was introduced to Genelecs in Finland in 1983 on my second European equipment hunt in Helsinki. And I used Genelecs from then on for many years, and so did many people in my studios with outstanding results. And if you're aware of other speakers that are as accurate as that, I'm happy to hear about it. But in my experience, they were the thing. So if you have an opportunity to audition or to use Genelecs, I suggest to you that if you use a pair of Genelecs for monitor speakers from tracking and overdubbing and mixing, that when you're done, that recording, you'll take it out and it will sound like the recording that you made and that you mixed. And that's really where it's at. Do me a favor and please subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. I'll be doing more of these videos very soon. Thanks for joining me. Really appreciate it. And I hope that you will have a great day.